Hey, you lucky winner, you. You're watching this because you're going to be helping with yearly verification process for students. This is done online through the parent portal, an option for parents to do either at home, anywhere that they have internet access through their parent portal for any of their students that they are legal guardian of. So this is to help you, help them, help me make this process go way better. So hang on, here comes the lowdown on how this all works. And one more thing, just a brief overview of what triggers a student to be in this parent's portal account to be able to complete the verification process. First, the parent has to be the guardian of the student. If they are not the legal guardian and marked so in campus, they will not be included in the verification. Also, the parent and the student have to be in the same primary household. And this helps drive the information that is loaded in there. So if either the student, like later in the video when I walk you through a parent logging into the portal and getting into the verification, there's a screen that summarizes who is included in it, why if they're not, and if there is some that aren't included, they need to stop and go see the administrative assistants to help get that figured out first, and then come back to log in again. But later in the video, I'll be showing you where that's at. So those are a couple of triggers. If they know that right away that they're not, then the legal parent or guardian and the one that's in the primary household will have to be the one to complete the verification. When the parents have their parent portal username and password, if they do not already have access to the campus parent portal site, they can navigate to the Willmar District website, click on Parents, and then right there in the middle is Infinite Campus. Click Infinite Campus, and then Campus Parent. Here they will be given the login screen. Enter their username and their password. Once they get logged in, on the left-hand side, there's a More icon in the index. Click More, and then at the bottom of the screen in the center, there's Online Registration. Now, they will see the 23-24 kindergarten student existing is what they're looking for. There will also be, when the time comes, a 23-24 K-12 existing student registration. They would go into here, and just like this one, because I've already started this one, it'll say start if they've never done it. If they already started it and just need to continue because they haven't finished submitting, they would click the continue button. It'll bring them right into it. Continue. It'll show them the information of who is in it and if it's been done or not, if there's a reason why they might not be included, and they can get their general information there. If everything looks good, then they can click the begin registration. If there is a child missing here or it says they're not included and they should be, the parent can stop there, and I would direct them to the administrative assistants for them to go check out why there's an issue that this student is populating in, so we can get that fixed before they do the verification. And then once that's fixed, they can come back in and continue as they had begun. So once everything is set here correctly, they can click begin registration, and it pops up the verification for their students. They select which language they want it in and click here to begin. This is now all the sections that they need to go through and just verify, change, update that any information has changed or not. Now, let's step into the world of going through the verification for parents once they click in through the parent portal. So the first section that comes up is a student's primary household. This will gather the household address if there's a different mailing address. And then the last section is just some documents such as the free reduced meals, confidentiality, and so forth. In here, they can access that there, but they fill out all these or verify, change any information that has. They click through them all and save and continue, which will read them to the next section, which is the parent and guardians. So this is any parent or guardian of the students that are the legal parent guardians. So general, mom, dad, I click and go to the next section. You do have families such as ones where there is split families. So there's mom and dad of Susie and Mark, and then mom and a different dad with Robert. And so all three would go in here, because eventually when they get to the end and they have all three kiddos, they need to say who mom and dad is of each child. So any parent guardians go in here. They would click into the parent's information, verify if all that is correct or changed, make any changes for that. And then they would save and continue to the next section. Emergency contacts. This is really what it is. If mom and dad cannot be reached, who would we contact? If they have some in there, it'll populate with theirs. They click into them, they review it. They have to review each and every single one of them. And then once they get through them all, if there's somebody they want new, they can add a new emergency contact. Click new, add the information that they need. Save and continue when they're done with all of that. Then they get to the siblings and step parents in the household. So siblings and step parents, it's the people in the household that are not enrolled into school or enrolling into school. So typically it's usually children that are younger than school age, younger than kindergarten, or if they have step parents in the household that are not legal parent and guardians, those would be added and verified here. So it'll list everybody that we have in the system already. They would click through each one, edit and review, and then if there's anybody that we're missing, they would add a new sibling or step parent in here. Once they're done with all of that, they would save and continue. Now we're into the student section. This will list all of their children that are currently enrolled in Willmar schools. Then they will go into each one, edit and review again, just like every section. When you click in edit review, I'll show you this one because there's a few more pleats to go through. So once it opens up, like every other tab, it has all the different sections, their demographic information, race, ethnicity, housing, the relationships to the different people that we had in the system, the parent guardians, the emergency contacts, and then anybody in the household. Here's their medical information, their health stuff, their transportation and inclement weather. We do have a reference to the Willmar Bus Company on here. Release agreements, any custody restrictions, and then other information we need to collect, and of course the signature page. They save and continue. When they're done with that, they click save and continue again to complete the process. Here, once they click submit, they're done, but they need to click this red submit button. Click the submit and they'll get a notification through email that they have completed the process. We'll get it on our end and we will update any information that they told us to change, or if they had no changes, we just continue on with the next one. Thank you so much for helping our parents. This is a huge process to get everybody comfortable with, but we're getting there. This process is getting better and better every year, and with your help, making this easier for parents, helping them walk through it when they're not sure what to do, will definitely help us down that road. So thank you for everything you do.